Hi everyone, my name is Rishad. Today is the 25th of August 2024. I'll be going over my weekly prediction for Nvidia. As usual, I'll be going over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and then I'll switch over to the Excel sheet where we'll review last week's prediction and go over this one. But before getting into this video, it is important to make the disclaimer that all information here is completely educational, and therefore it is important to conduct your own analysis, whatever analysis that may be, to ensure that you're comfortable with the risk, reward, and trading style. And it's important to note that this is an educational video. It is not a trading or investing guide. It is simply a log of my predictions with their rationale, and I highly advise you to use this video in this manner and not any manner that it is not intended to be useful. So, with that out of the way, we can see that monthly charts have been very encouraging for Nvidia, mostly. RSI is shooting up completely in line with this price action that we're seeing. ADX is above both the DI plus and DI minus, and although these two lines are converging, this is because of the weak price action and kind of partly related to the weak volume that we're seeing in Nvidia so far. Recently. We can see that this recent move from here which started in March. It's not supported by volume whatsoever. We're not seeing any kind of volume support. RSI, however, is still going up because we are making new highs, but it is something to be cautioned of, since the volume not being supported is typically a sign that we are in a weak market. And just for future reference, I think it is worth it for me to just make a line here, kind of. Okay, so Nvidia, we can see has had shot down quite significantly, but then we had this shaven head or a bullish counterattack kind of pattern. Morobozu, extremely bullish. But this typically means that a large part of the move is already finished, and we see that here this candle, although bullish, is very, very tiny, and this means that we are losing steam, and we can see this in the volume as well. Volume was declining as this price action was increasing, and we are back in this kind of range for Nvidia. Now the RSI, as we can see, is actually declining. So although these two are almost at the same level, this is declining quite heavily, and that's kind of that's a minor divergence, I would say. And ADX, although above both lines, we can see that these two lines nearly converged here, and although they have started to grow apart, this is a kind of a time period where we need to be a little bit more aware and take a bit more caution into the price action, since there's some of the things here are not really supporting this bullish move that we're seeing, and immediately we can say that this range here is the respective support and resistance, and when we move to the Excel sheet, this is going to be translated in that as well. And for some further illustration, if we add these stochastics, and let me smooth this a little bit, so now we can see that we've removed the percent K. Now this is the percent D and percent D slow. We actually see a crossover here where the percent D actually crosses over the percent D slow, which is a very, very good bullish signal in this case. And we see that there's, depending on what you look at, there is some kind of proof that there's some like the stochastic backs up the fact that we should be seeing a bullish movement. However, volume is diverging, and that's why I think we are in a little bit of a cautionary phase, and it is something to be mindful of. Daily charts, the stochastic isn't particularly good for, so I think it would be more beneficial to showcase the MACD. And here we'll see that we are definitely in a bullish environment. The MACD is confirming this. We had this crossover here, and it's not particularly diverging. Both prices, histogram is positive, so that's good too. RSI is confirming this bullish price action, bullish signals all the way around from the daily charts, and that's a good sign. And now if I move over to the Excel sheet, last week we had a profitable trade, and you can see the details of that here. For this week, we'll buy when it crosses 134.33 and sell when it falls below 117, with a target of 2% and a trailing stop loss. If neither are hit, then we will just 1% trailing stop loss. I should probably specify that. If neither are hit, then we will just close on Friday. And the weekly trend currently is sideways. Well, you could say that is making an upwards move, but I will need some more confirmation before I will change that. However, the monthly trend is definitely up. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy, and I will see you next time.